bitter revenge.
Yes!
Blaze, Jean, and Rose raised their glasses in their house to celebrate for their successful task. Excitedly,
Let's have a toast for our friendship.
Woohoo! For our friendship!
happiness lingers in this house. After dinner's done, Blaze and Jean work out to the riverside. With 2 bottles of beers in their hands, they sit down on a bench which beside the path in woodland. Stares at the sky.
Time really flies, huh?
Yeah, as if it could freeze on the day when we first met.
Yeah. Remember the stupid guy whom we killed? He was a freaking rich man. And we took his property off him and ran away.
Hey, why did I join you guys that time? I remember I nearly wanted to kill you both.
Maybe due to our charms, you didn't have the heart to do it.
Speaking of which, what do you think about Rose? I have been thinking of this for so long. I think it's time to tell Rose about my feeling. I can really feel that Rose has a crush on me too. Do you think that I should propose to her?
Blaze is already drunk and keeps talking about his feelings of Rose. Jean silence. In his mind, he has been infatuated with Rose so long, since the time they became friends. Up until now, Rose doesn't even know his heart. Why Blaze? Why him? Jean moves his face to the other side, clenching his hand into a fist. The sun was shining brightly as it peeked into the afternoon. Blaze was at the post office, reading the letter that he just got from the church. A wide smile and overwhelming excitement on his face could only mean one thing. The church has finally approved his wedding of him and Rose. Too happy, he storms out of the post office with glee. The day he long awaited has finally arrived. Blaze ran as fast as his feet could carry him, dodging crowds and streets like a neighbor cat. Moments later, he arrived at his house, where Rose and his best friend stay with him.
Rose, the letter, I got it. The church approved.
Blaze shouted for Rose to tell her about the good news, but there was no answer at all. The whole house was filled with dead silence. Feeling uneased, he pulls out his gun, ready for anything. Then he heard some noise coming from the kitchen.
Rose? Jin? Hello?
Slowly, he walks towards the door. He calls out again, but no answer. So he gave a kick at the door, knocking it down. As soon as the door lands on the floor, he saw Jin. Before he managed to call him, Jin jumps out of the window. Blaze took chase, but as soon he steps into the kitchen, the corner of his eyes catch sight blood on the floor. A sense of fear struck him. He walks closer toward the pool of blood and clenching his fist, hoping it doesn't belong to a certain someone. But as soon he reaches, his legs suddenly goes weak, his mind in total confusion. Lying on the floor was Rose. Desperately, he tries to stop the bleeding, but she has already lost too much blood.
Rose, hang on. You can make it, please, Rose. Just hang on a little longer.
Blaze desperately tries to slow her bleeding from her wound. But no matter how hard he tries, blood continues to pour. Tears build ever more behind his eyes.
Please, please, did you get the letters?
Yes, Rose, you know what? The church approved. Please, Rose, don't do this.
Please, 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 forgive Jean. I'm sure he didn't mean it.
No, please don't, Rose. You can make it, please.
The next day, rain pours down heavily at the funeral mass. The mass soon dispersed, all except Blaze. For a long time, he stood under the rain, staring at the gravestone. The words inscribed, "Here lies Rose Van Creed, may her soul rest in eternal peace." Bitter tears flows down, his teeth grinds hard. He lays down a stalk of rose and her tombstone.
Rest assured, Rose, your death will not be in vain. I promise you. I will make him pay.
Hours later, he arrived back at his home. Slamming the door shut, he backs into his room, appearing later with a large black case. He laid the black case on the table. Upon opening it was his prized gun and a large stack of ammunition. Blaze remained silent the whole day, while turning his gun. Hours later, he stomps out his house on his quest for revenge. The door was left open. On the table was a picture of him, Jean, and Rose, with a knife stabbed into it.